Starring Glenn, Angel, FD, and Sean on 1FM 91.3.
Right now.
Good morning and welcome to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. It's a Monday, and so that's why we have Rockstar Arms with us. Good morning, Nat.
Ooh, good morning, everyone. On this rainy, awful day, good time to work out at home.
That's true.
Do you like running on rainy days?
I actually really do. I don't like leaving the house if it's pouring with rain, but I love running in the rain. It's quite good fun.
That's something I want to try one day.
We
should all try that.
Yeah, we should. Wow. Do you need special shoes for running in the rain?
No, I think they all just get wet. My top tip, though, is wear a hat or a visor. It just stops the rain getting in your face.
Okay.
So that's the key.
Or like put an umbrella over your head. I think they have those things that they have those things that you can stick on your head and it just covers you.
Okay, so last week we were talking about a step workout. And so this week I've brought my step board, my Reebok step board for Angel because she's going to be working out this
Of course she is.
Because we only have one step board.
But we can take turns. I can do one set, you can do one.
It's
anyway,
okay,
but we're also talking about eating healthy trends. Now, Nat, when it comes to food, what is trending in when it comes to health and food?
Yeah, so one of the things that is out there at the moment that we're seeing a lot of is chickpeas. So everyone just thinks of hummus when they think about them, but actually they're really good replacement to refined carbohydrates. So things like potato chips or pasta, if you can replace it with something that's chickpea based, it's much better. It digests slow. It's a whole grain and it regulates your blood. It doesn't spike it like a refined carbohydrate.
Actually, you know what? When I think of chickpeas, I think of the kacang putih, man.
Yeah. Because they sell chickpeas all
Yeah,
the time.
right?
And they taste real good.
It was either the chickpeas or the sweet peanuts.
Yes.
Sweet peanuts.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, over the weekend, I went to a friend's house for dinner and I had chickpea ice cream.
What?
Dark chocolate chickpea ice cream, which was absolutely amazing. It tasted like a mix between, the flavor of dark chocolate was there, but it tasted like a mix between, with the texture, not chickpea, ice cream and gelato.
Oh, wow.
So it had kind of like a grainier, you know how gelato is slightly grainier, like a sorbet, right? So it had a slightly grainier texture to it, but a little bit creamier like ice cream, but it was really, really good. So they're doing all sorts of stuff with chickpeas. I think they're making chickpea milk as well.
Oh, wow.
Chickpea tuna, chickpea, all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's you don't have to change your whole diet to chickpeas, but, instead of, even if you're reaching for a chip or something, if it's chickpea, it's going to be better than a normal one. Okay. The other things are, we're seeing still a lot of diet-specific food off the shelves. So, keto chips or, low carb this or whatever. So my advice around that stuff is it is not always healthier. And just because it says it might be keto friendly, actually it's not. So read the packaging as always. They're generally high in salt, high in preservatives, high in calories, extra fat. So don't just go from the headline branding. Really take time to read the package. And remembering that a lot of packaged foods, sugar is added in about 80% of packaged foods. So you really need to be reading those labels. But something that's really helping with sugar replacement in foods is we're seeing a comeback of things like naturally sweetened things. So something to look out for is monk fruit, which is being used to sweeten a lot of things. So if you haven't had anything with monk fruit sweetened, give it a try. It's fantastic.
Okay. What is
nice.
monk fruit?
Yeah. Certain type of fruit.
Yes.
No, I haven't tried
Very
monk
religious.
fruit. No.
Yeah. Namaste.
Speaking of which, it's time to namaste.
It's time to work out with Rockstar Arms on The Big Show TV. Meantime, here's John Bon Jovi with Blaze of Glory on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3. Good morning.
All right.
Yeah. Where can we buy monk fruit from, Nat?
A monastery.
You can just buy monk fruit sugar, and you can even buy chocolate sweetened with monk fruit and things, so you can't tell the difference, and it's so much lower calories and lower GI, so it's really, really good. Highly recommend it. So iHerb sell a lot of it, and I'm sure I just ship it in from iHerb.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got the iHerb
I
app.
need to put in an order.
I'll check it out.
All right.
I'll check it out while Angel works out with you.
Yeah, let me know what you
You order the sugar. Yeah.
Can I add weights to my workout?
Whoa!
She wants
Wow.
look
Yeah, she's got them 10-kilo weights.
Yeah, you can. We're moving a fair bit, but definitely for the step-ups, add weights if you want. Absolutely. So for anyone at home, I've just got a couple of weight plates stacked up here, but if you've got a small step, that's great to do. So we're going to do a couple of exercises just with something raised today. So first one is a side lunge. Option is walk, or we're going to skip it through. Then a step up with a knee raise. So step back, and we're changing feet when we're doing that. So you can use your weights old school like this, Angel. And then a tricep dip. So we're going to stick to one leg up in the air for the first set, and then we'll be changing legs the second set. So one leg up and really doing those tricep dips with the leg up. Of course, if you don't want to keep your leg up, you don't have to. Elevated plank tap. So hands on whatever raised surface you're doing, and we're tapping. And then the last one, we'll do the boat. So holding onto the side of the raised area, and in we go.
Good luck, Angel. Yours is a little higher.
All right.
Yeah, mine's very strategically a little bit lower than yours.
Mine's in the lowest step though, so.
Yeah. And yours will be stable anyway. All right, guys, so it's 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. I'm going to count you down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 1 foot on the step, and we're going side to side.
Side to side.
So as I said, just step it out if you would rather, if you're not too confident with the jump. But otherwise, let's just go side, bending that knee as we land, nice and softly, keeping our feet light. So we don't want to be stamping down. That's it. Just get into a nice rhythm. We're warming up still, so it doesn't have to be too crazy. Hands in front, not on our legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job.
Hey.
Wow.
Done.
She's ready. So
The
ready.
reason why I went over there is because I could get all
the
that
stuff, yeah.
this bag and all the bags in the background, so that's a better angle.
All right. Now this is the coordinated one a bit. So we're going to be changing legs each time. All right. We're stepping up.
Stepping up.
Opposite hand. Back.
Yeah, you can
Changing
do
legs.
2 hands.
Oh, both different.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've got the dumbbells, just raise them up as you go up like that. And then the knee goes high.
Keep forgetting which leg.
Yeah, I know. You've got to think about the coordination. So step back and then change legs once your 2 feet are on the ground. Really swing that leg up if you want to. You can always add a little jump at the top too.
What
All
does
right,
that
good.
jump do, Nat?
It's just a bit of it's a plyometric. So, plyometrics are great for running as well. So it's adding, anything jumping is great as long as it's controlled and you're landing properly. So
Okay.
it does help a lot with things like running.
Okay.
I don't do enough of them because they does help a lot. Just helps with speed as well. So anything, or if you're doing squat jumps, lunge jumps, all of that is great.
Okay.
Same leg
All
all the way
right.
through?
Yeah.
Same leg all the way
Then she'll
through.
change later.
That's it. Good job. Ooh, feel those arms. 5 seconds, almost there.
Almost there. You're almost done.
Good job. All right, we're going to switch it round, ready for those raised plank taps.
Raise
Ooh.
plank tips.
All right, guys. And remember, we're not rocking side to side. We want to face straight on, so looking ahead. Don't move those hips. Keep those hips square to the ground. All right, hands up, and off we go. And again, if this is too hard, just try and hold it in plank. And if that's too hard, on your knees and just holding plank is fine as well. So whatever version you like.
Tippy tap.
That's it. Yeah. Tap, tap, tap. Suck in that belly, squeeze that butt. Stay nice and strong throughout your core. So it's good for your shoulders, but also good for your core. That's it. 5 seconds left. Good job, and we're on to the last exercise. So we're going to sit on the raised platform now. Hands next to us. Get ready for that boat crunch. All right, and up and out. That's it. Ooh. Stretch those legs out. If you need a break, just hold them in. Try not to put your feet on the ground. Otherwise, let's go for it.
Okay, here we go.
Leaning back as you go back. Legs out, lean back, and bring it together. That's it, 10 seconds. Last few reps. Good job, good job. Woo, good work.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, slow.
That's the yoga.
That was a good all-rounded workout.
Yeah, it
Ready.
was. I know.
That's good.
All parts of your body.
Hey, Nat, Albert's comes through.
That's good.
Albert's
What
come
was
through
it?
on our Facebook page and asks, "What are your thoughts on MCT oil?"
Why does that person ask the same question
Yeah,
every
every
week?
Well, not
MCT
every week.
oil.
No, it's not every week.
Is he selling it?
No.
Yeah, I think with any oils or with any, it's a supplement. So you have to just ask why you think you need to use it and what you're lacking really. And with always, there's quality. There's good quality ones and there's stuff that's filled with rubbish. So my advice is think about why you need it and read or get a good version of it. Because it's definitely helpful.
Yeah.
But just get the right one.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, we're going on air.
Yeah, we go.
Such a sweet song. Sixpence None the Richer with me. You tune into The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We have with us the one and only Rockstar Arms. Good morning, Natalie.
Good morning. I'm feeling good now. We've done one set of exercises.
So, Nat, we were talking about foods that are trending when it comes to health and some diet trends. You were saying one of the things we need to do is always read the labels and make sure that you have the right stuff. What about these food replacements that we see so much of these days?
Yeah, I mean,
meal replacements.
Replacement is the key word in that. It's like just, my advice, eat real food.
Yeah.
I know everyone is on the go and some people, need something. So if you are, packing a protein ball or something in your bag, make sure it's a really good one. But to replace a meal with something fake is not fantastic. So eat real food where you can and to take the time to put an apple in your bag or meal prep the night before is my advice, because that's not a long-term strategy.
Okay. Okay.
Great. So you were talking about replacing, say, our pastas or our chips and other snacks with healthier ingredients like, for example, chickpeas over potatoes. What about people cooking at home? Instead of just buying the snacks, are people preparing food more healthily?
Yeah, we are. We're seeing things like air fryers, still gaining traction, which, I love mine. I cook everything in my air fryer. We're seeing, great one-pot wonders of everything, of people throwing some great meat and veggies into one pot. So, there's a lot of people making a lot of healthy meals at home, and especially over the last 18 months, cooking's actually become part of helping with mental health for a lot of people. So it's not just what you're putting in your body, it's the whole process of doing the cooking, which is helping a lot of people. And I think that's a great thing.
It's opposite for me because cooking drives me crazy. So I don't cook very much.
Can you
I
cook?
like eating though.
Oh, he can cook.
You cook?
He can cook.
I cook everything out of the microwave oven. Yeah. But,
He puts everything in the microwave, but he does good
That's
stuff.
not cooking.
Nat, how many times a week do you have like a full carb meal? Like, for example, going to an Italian restaurant, having a nice plate of pasta. How many times a week would you recommend someone has that?
Well, I think it's not about having that one meal that's just a big pasta meal. It's having the little bits during the day. So if you do love pasta, have a small amount with lunch and have it every day if you want. But, keep it's quantity and serving size, I think, rather than that I'm going to go and just eat pasta once a week and binge. Of course, go and have a treat meal, no problem with that. But, I have rice every day for lunch. So, it's smaller portions, but more consistently.
Right, but you need that as fuel.
Yeah.
But for
Absolutely.
someone who's sedentary, that person should eat less
Yes.
rice, perhaps, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Or eat it before you're going to work out or straight after you've worked out. But ideally before you work out is always great too.
And definitely not before bedtime, right? If you want to do
That's the
carbs,
worst
do
thing.
it early in the day.
Do it early. Do breakfast or lunch is always my advice with carbs. I think that's the best time.
Okay, so you speak about eating healthily. What about drinking healthily? We all know the Big Show is filled with alcoholics, but what about healthy drinks?
I've given up alcohol.
Yeah, right. Sure,
Yeah, whatever.
He's given up alcohol for today.
For this morning. So, we're seeing some, craft mocktails now, which is low or no sugar. Kombucha, I love Remedy kombucha, but that's actually being used for a mix within alcoholic cocktails now. So instead of putting Coke in, people are using things like, kombucha, which is fantastic. And then, back to the old milk. Used to be just soy or plain milk. Now we've got almond, coconut, rice. Every cafe you go into offers oat milk pretty much now. So as much as a lot of people aren't lactose intolerant, just their taste buds prefer, a different type of milk. So again, if you're choosing a different milk, it doesn't mean you can have an unlimited amount. It's just, it still has calories. So just be mindful of that as well.
All right.
Okay, fabulous.
It's time to work out with Rockstar Arms. Once again, round number 2 coming up on The Big Show TV. Meantime, here's Neon Trees with Animal on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3.
I don't like this song.
Why?
I'm allowed to not like it song.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Everyone's going like, whoa, okay.
Y'all ready?
All right, guys. Back to round 2. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1 for those side lunges. Let's go side to side.
Wow. With the weight some more.
With the weights, yeah.
Look at the coordination. Angel and Nat.
Should you be looking down so much?
No, you shouldn't be looking at your feet. You should be looking straight out. Yeah, so keeping your head up. So it's keeping your back straighter. You don't want to be doing that. You want a nice tall back. So your upper body shouldn't actually move that much. 5 seconds to go. Let's go.
5 seconds.
Good job. Okay.
Hey.
Back to coordinating those step-up knee raises. Angel, if you wanted this time, you can step up and up like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, a little bit of a shoulder press.
Yeah. Hang on, I'll do it with you.
Oh, there you
Do
go.
it
With
together.
the weight. Okay.
All right. Up.
Push.
What's that? What's that Australian show?
Oh, yeah, Oz aerobic style. Aerobic style.
Oh, now she bring the dumbbells in for you as well.
Yeah.
So you see, like Angel brings the dumbbell like 90 degrees, and Nat brings it all the way down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm just trying to help the
What's she
form.
doing?
Yeah, because
Down.
so Nat will also get a little bit of a bicep
Right, okay.
bicep curl before the shoulder press.
Curl and a push.
Yeah.
There's a total style to the way Nat does it. So it's up to shoulders down, up shoulders down. It's
Yes,
quite
and see,
interesting.
learn from
Yeah.
her, be like,
Wow.
Or
oh, she done already. Rest already.
Okay, can
Angel.
She's still doing.
Yeah, you only got 5 seconds to do that tricep. Remember
Tricep.
which
remember it's the
leg?
other foot. This
Yes,
one.
that's right.
Yeah.
She forgot already.
That's it. Just minute movements for these. Really feeling it on your triceps. Keep your elbows in close. Whew.
Come on, feel the burn.
Feel the burn.
I'm sure our viewers are feeling the burn right now.
Yeah, you don't
just
say.
watching.
They're all working out. No, I believe they're all working
No,
out right
many
now.
working out.
I know Nina
We-
is. Hi, Nina.
We've done this long enough. Everyone has their mats. They've got, they've put aside time to work out.
Yeah, if
That's
they don't
right.
know what we're gonna do the next day for anything, they can always join our Instagram page because we tell them what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
You can have
Follow us
questions.
on Instagram, The
Yeah.
Big Show TV.
Whew. All right, guys. 10 seconds are into those plank taps. 2 exercises left. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
This is good, you see, for people who don't work out, just want to get it out of the way. 2 rounds with us, and that's it.
That's right. It's no excuses. At least you've started the week off right. That's it. Good job, guys. Halfway. Hang in there. Remember, squeeze that butt. Suck in the tummy. Hold it just in plank if it's too much to tap, but don't give up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job.
Yeah.
Well done.
Last.
Last one.
Oh, feel the
Yeah.
So Angel wants to make this harder. She wants to put the dumbbell in between her legs, like on a feet.
What?
All right.
Oh. Okay.
Remember,
On the feet,
we're leaning
okay.
back.
He's just joking.
I was just joking. Yeah.
He's just joking, don't. That now becomes like a,
Oh, she feels it.
oh. Wow.
That's it. Squeeze. This is a crunch. So get those knees up right to your chest and then out.
Angel's going to feel it tomorrow, no, for
Yeah,
sure.
she's gonna feel this tomorrow for
Like,
sure.
oh, I can't laugh. Tomorrow she's like, I can't laugh. My tummy's hurting.
10 seconds, guys. Let's go. Let's get the last few out. 3. Don't give up. 2, 1. Woo!
Yeah.
Hey,
Well done, Nat. Well done, Angel.
good job.
Wow.
Good job. Girls are rocking it again.
Absolutely.
Angel's perspiring, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's hot. Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. Hey, y'all have to talk.
Okay, I found the monk fruit already on iHerb.
Yeah.
Oh, and someone just said monk fruit is lo han guo,
Yeah. Fiona told
which is
us that.
actually very popular
I've heard it before. When
among the traditional
medicine.
the TCM
medicine
people,
community.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What does it
okay.
taste like? If it's from TCM, it must be quite bitter.
No,
it's sweet. It's
Super
supposed to be
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you use less monk fruit than you would sugar because it's super sweet.
And does it like you use it right in your your coffees or your teas? Do you taste that it tastes different from sugar?
No, and
Okay.
it doesn't have that fake sugar taste that it's you can't tell the difference. There's some great chocolate on iHerb that's sweetened with monk fruit.
So is it better than stevia? Because stevia, right? Sometimes
plant-based.
Stevia is plant-based,
and
natural.
you don't really get that sweetness,
no.
right?
Sweet and low as well is awful. Yeah.
So monk fruit is better.
Monk fruit sweeter, definitely.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Sweeter is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've tried
Yeah.
those sweeteners, and of all those little packet sweeteners, I can only use stevia. I can't use the others. I don't like the
The
flavor.
sweet and low is out of
No, but stevia has a very funny flavor. Actually, it's not.
I don't-
to me,
Yeah.
it's not sugar at all.
I
You
don't
know?
find it.
I'd rather not have stevia in my coffee, and
If
just
there
have it
wasn't sugar,
have it
yeah.
black.
because
Yeah.
I'm
Natural?
It's from plants.
It's
I
from
think
plants,
it's from sea plants. If
Yeah.
if I'm not wrong.
Okay,
Yeah.
we
I'm
go
now
on
on
air
my-
and talk about this.
Yeah.
It's natural, but not natural.
I'm on my third week
Okay.
of no sugar in my coffees
Oh,
and teas
oh,
and
good.
everything.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Okay, we say good job on air. Traffic of these. Then.
Yeah. Nah.
Two.
91.3 traffic.
Okay, for sure, traffic has built up on the expressways. Wet roads this morning as well. KPE towards the ECP, a vehicle broken down after Tampines Road exit. Upper Bukit Timah Road towards the city, a vehicle broken down after Hillview Road. BKE towards the PIE, an accident before Bukit Panjang Road exit. Congestion is to the KJE. Lots of delays across the expressways. The PIE towards Tuas, an accident before the BKE. Congestion is to Thompson Road. Avoid lanes 1 and 2. Please also look out for the CTE towards the AYE. An accident after Ang Mo Kio Avenue 5. Congestion is to Yio Chu Kang Road. Stay within the speed limit. Have everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. So, 2 rounds of working out
Wow.
with the one and only Rockstar Arms. Hey, if you guys haven't downloaded the Rockstar Fit app, do it, okay? Because it's a fantastic app.
That's right. And if you want to prep for any of the sessions that we have throughout the week, you can always follow us on Instagram and follow Natalie Dow on Instagram at Rockstar Arms. You'll find out what we're doing for the next day. Now, we were talking about stevia on the Big Show TV and how you don't like it, FD.
No,
'cause
I
I
like
hate it.
stevia.
You like
I
stevia?
can't
I hate
take the
stevia.
other ones.
the other ones, right? You don't like stevia.
I hate
So you
stevia.
were asking where it's from. It's native from a plant that is from South America. So it's not a sea plant. It looks kind of like a mint leaf.
Like a mint
Yeah.
leaf.
Like a
yeah.
mint leaf,
Yeah.
yeah.
But, I'm thinking, like, what's the point? It's not even sweet.
Well, I know you guys have been telling me to get off sugar, so I'm now on my third week. My coffees and teas now have no sugar at
Same.
all.
job.
Same. I'm
Yeah,
also-
No
so
sugar at all.
awesome.
Yeah.
And it's those small changes that make long-lasting
Yeah.
results, right?
Yeah.
So, and now if you put sugar in there, you'd probably find it too sweet.
It like sometimes I go out and I say, okay, I'm going to have a teaspoon of sugar, and it's sickeningly sweet now.
Because it takes 21 days to create that habit, right? So once
Yeah, I
your
guess.
palate is
Yeah.
off it,
So you think you'll be able to stick to this?
I think so.
After years and years
The
of-
next thing I'm doing is I'm taking the milk away,
oh, nice.
and
Yes.
then I'll
okay.
go into
Good.
black.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
Yeah.
I'll go into black.
Join
Okay.
the kopi
or a little dash. Just start
Yeah.
with like halving the milk or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or the monk fruit sweetener? I want to get
Well,
the
it's,
monk
I-
fruit
but
I-
you
sweetener.
see,
think-
it's still sugar, though.
Yeah, I think
It is
I think
still
I wouldn't
sugar.
be
No,
able
it's
to
not,
take.
right?
It is sugar.
It's going to
Yeah.
make
So
it
it's not
sweet.
0 calories. It's not,
Not
like the
0
artificial
calories.
sweetness.
Yeah.
Like equal, and it's not that.
No. And less sugar, and you use less of it.
Yeah.
Right. So what's so bad about artificial sweeteners again, Natalie? For those people who may be on equal or NutraSweet,
Sweet and low or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just chemicals, sadly. So if sugar should be something that's natural, and I'm all an advocate for eating anything natural, even if it's sugar, but just in small quantities. But do you really just want to put fake chemicals in your body? Have that half teaspoon of sugar if you really need
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You see so many of these things that say no sugar, and you look at the back of it, and they have this one word that frightens me because it's always
Fructose and sucrose?
It's
No.
always connected to cancer. Aspartame.
Yeah.
Aspartame, yeah.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
is what some of the
Always
sugar
linked
is
to
in.
cancer.
Yeah.
It
So I
always
think your
is.
equal and your sweet and low has aspartame in it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
not scare the people who have been
Carcinogenic.
on
It's just,
aspartame for years.
no, it's just me. It's just me. I see that, and if that word is there, I just don't eat that
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're watching and you've been on aspartame for years, it doesn't mean you're going to come down with the C word, okay? All right, okay. We don't want people tuning out.
To each his own. To each his own.
To each his own.
Any last words, Natalie, for today?
Yeah, I think, to all of your points, I think, diet trends is interesting. I think most people have become flexitarian, which is, you know, you want to eat better, you want to eat plant-based, but you also like meat once in a while. So it's what suits you. And I think that's the biggest diet trend, is just be flexible and enjoy what you eat as long as it's real food.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And exercise, people. Exercise.
Oh, yes. And
that's
move.
very important.
And
Move.
Get up and go.
Thank you very much, Nat, for joining us, and we love your your tank top. Very nice.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Under Armour, The Rock. Yeah.
Is that part of his latest range at Under Armour?
This one is in store now, yes, and the new shoes are in store. So, he's got some very cool stuff for men and females. So I love that he does both.
I'll be checking it out.
Perfect.
All fans of The Rock, huh?
See you next week, Nat.
Thanks, guys. Have a great week.
Bye-bye. All right, coming up very, very soon, our principal dietitian, Bibi Chia. Meantime, here's Candy Station with Young Hearts Run Free on The Big Show. 1FM 91.3.
Oh
This is
my
a good song to
God.
work out too, man.
I'm
That's
still
that-
perspiring.
That
Yeah,
was
boy.
some workout
Ooh,
today.
Yeah.
She's still perspiring.
I'm still perspiring, yeah.
Yeah, that was one hell of a
You know
workout
how many
today.
calories you burned
Probably
this
like
morning?
30.
No.
No, it's
I
not
reckon.
much.
More
It's
Slightly
than
more,
that.
definitely more.
No, I would say more than
More
that.
than that.
Yeah.
See, the reason I didn't want to work out is because I didn't want to perspire like that.
Take off your top, lah.
Yeah, Sean. What?
What?
You mean
Who?
Glenn, right?
Yeah, whoever doesn't want to sweat.
Oh.
So I'm like, what?
I was wondering.
Sean.
No, oh, you meant Glenn, take off your top when you exercise. So you, okay, got
Yeah,
it.
he
All
meant
right.
Glenn, yes,
okay.
correct.
Ventilation a bit.
So we're waiting for Bibi Chia
Yeah.
to join us, and
Yeah.
she's going to be talking about glowing.
Oh.
Talk about that glow.
Like her?
That glow. Yes.
She's
Yes.
glowing all the time.
She-
Talking about a healthy
does
skin
glow all the
diet.
time.
That'll be great. Eating the right foods to give us glowing skin, what kind of nutrients there are in them, what type of foods we should eat, and what type of foods we should avoid. And she's also going to be doing a food demonstration on jelly.
Oh, wow.
Jelly.
Jelly.
Wow, when was the last time you had jelly?
Sometimes
Jelly.
I want to compliment her, but I'm a bit shy that she will feel
Okay,
shy.
careful, careful,
Oh,
careful.
well, she's here. Careful, she might be able to
Yeah.
hear you. Oh, there she is.
Morning, Bibi.
Morning.
Good morning.
everybody.
I love the purple.
Thank you.
How come you
It's,
always look so lovely?
How come?
before being on show, it's like a thunderstorm, and then on show, it's like,
It takes a village, right? I love it.
So cute.
Okay, so we're talking about a healthy skin diet.
yes, yes. And I'm a strong believer that our glow should be from inside out. But of course, you know, our skincare regime, our lifestyle, exercise is really important as to how we age and how well we age. And so, you know, I think 2 weeks ago, maybe Glenn asked, is there anything I can eat to, for anti-aging? So today we'll talk a little bit about how, your diet can help to improve your skin.
Yeah. You know what's the problem? I mean, when we talk about age and exercising, the older I get, the less exercise I want to do.
Yeah, well.
That's the
Yeah.
problem. I got to push myself. It gets harder every year,
But I think once you start to feel healthy,
Yeah.
then you start to get motivated, your clothes start to fit better, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to carry
that's
this
why
on.
I go according to the numbers, you see. Once I breach 82 kilograms, that's when I have to work out.
Work out, yeah.
Like crazy.
So
I mean,
then
they know my style.
then you get your-
I'll work out for 6 months, achieve my goal, and then
and
I'll
then you
just
go
let
back
go
to
again.
82. Okay, all right. That's a great routine, actually, to have. At least it's consistent. Okay, Bibi.
So, food for our skin.
Yes. I think before we go into what foods to eat, let's talk about what foods to avoid, specifically for the skin. And that would be, interestingly, of course, processed food, but high sugar food, because just now you guys were talking about sugar.
Yeah.
And when we increase our sugar intake, the body's ability to remove old cells that are not functioning very well, that function is decreased. So the word is called autophagy. So auto is automatic and phagy is to eat. So your cells has the ability to consume lousy, older cells so that newer cells can generate. And if your diet has a lot of sugar, that function is reduced.
But there's so many delicious things out there. Cakes, kuih tutu, cheng teng,
But
tau
wait.
suan.
Let's motivate them even more. Isn't it true that excess and processed sugar causes wrinkles?
Yes, that is true. I think that is because of the process of autophagy, but also for some reports is that if you have a high sugar intake, it dries out your skin. And then again, these studies are really difficult to conduct because we are also at the same time eating so many things. There's also external exposure. So a lot of them are animal studies, unfortunately. Then again, having less sugar could also promote better health in terms of, reducing your risk of diabetes, obesity. So there are the health benefits as well.
Mochi, satay, ais kacang, chendol.
Did you say satay?
Yeah, satay is sweet also.
Sweet,
Right?
It is, yeah.
That's the thing, sometimes I want to eat satay, right?
It's the
I'm like,
sauce,
how come it's so sweet? No, the meat itself is marinated
It's
in like
the
sugar
marinade.
or something,
Oh,
and then
right.
the gravy is also sweet. I'm like, oh my goodness. I can't get away from sugar. Everything has sugar.
That is true. What else besides sugar should we avoid, Bibi?
A high-fat diet seems to also reduce our ability to produce young, youthful cells, and it depends on the fat we eat. So ideally, our diet should be made of essential fatty acids, the fats that we need, and reduce the amount of other kinds of bad fats, whether it's saturated fat or trans fat. And trans fat is like the very heavily processed fat. And what is interesting is that often the high sugar diet comes with the high fat diet that has also high amounts of trans fat if you're eating desserts and baked goods, and so by omitting one you tend to also reduce the other.
Okay, so
That's
no
interesting.
fats and sugars.
Okay, I'm gonna embark on a really solid workout, and I'll probably need help in terms of my diet. So from time to time, I'll text you, okay, Bibi, just to ask you if this particular food is recommended or not. You okay, right, with that?
Perfectly fine. Alternatively, you could also make an appointment.
You see, make an appointment, then you can pay for the advice.
Yeah, she's not your dietitian in
Yeah.
the pocket, okay?
I was about to go and then when I get my six-pack, I will show my six-pack off here on
And
the
then
show.
you'll take your
and then
shirt
I'll go, this is all BB show.
Yeah, but
okay.
you know a comment you'll get from a lot of people who are on a high sugar diet and you tell them to cut out their sugar is, I'll lose my energy. I need the sugar for energy.
Is that
and
true?
I am living proof that that is not true.
It's not true.
Yeah.
Why are you living proof again?
Because I've cut my sugars.
But it's
But
only
I'm
been
not-
3 weeks.
Yeah, and I'm not losing energy.
It's only been, not losing energy,
I'm not
right?
losing
okay,
energy.
Okay,
Yeah, but when
yeah.
you say you cut your sugars, it doesn't mean you've cut all sugars
You've
out of your
covered your
diet.
excess sugar.
I've cut all my excess
Not
sugar.
your rice, not your
I've
carbohydrates.
cut down the amount of rice I eat. So I am consuming less sugar, but I'm not seeing an energy dip.
Is that even possible, BB? Because once again, I think there's this misconception out there. People think that they can. It's possible to cut every single type of sugar out of their
you
diet.
can't.
I
It's
think
not
they're
possible.
talking about excess sugar, added sugar, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that what it is?
Yes, so excess sugar would be, or added sugar would be the sugar that we add to, say, desserts or coffee or tea. But naturally found sugar can be good. So today I'm using grapes. So fruits tend to have a lot of natural sugars. Yes, we shouldn't overeat because over consuming fruit sugars will also cause, high sugar levels. Then again, we do need a little bit of sugar here and there. Some of the population studies are quite interesting. A certain group of people survived on 50 grams of carbohydrate for a long period of time. These are people from, say, Greenland, the Inuit people. They eat a very low carbohydrate diet. And so can we get energy from protein and fat? Yes, we can. And as long as we still have a little bit of carbohydrate here and there, it is not dangerous. But I think it depends on person to person. I've seen people who are able to digest large portions of carbohydrates and their weight is fine, But some people who eat a little bit of carbs and they would swell up. So the diet has to be somewhat customized as long as within that healthy range. Added sugar, no more than 25 to 50 grams a day. I shouldn't be doing this. Sugar. Which I don't have on the table.
Okay, we're going to be on air.
Okay.
Okay. Stand by.
Stand by. FD1 traffic. Also.
Yep.
OneFM 91.3 traffic.
Usual delays across the expressways, the SLE towards the CTE, a vehicle broken down after Lentor Avenue exit, look out for that. MCE towards the AYE, a vehicle broken down after Marina Coastal Drive entrance, avoid lane 5. Upper Bukit Timah Road towards the city, a vehicle broken down after Hillview Road. What else do we have for you? Oh my goodness, there's so many delays across the expressways. If you guys are out in the expressways, you will need patience this morning. Please stay within the speed limit. Have everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We have with us our principal dietitian, Bibi Chia, this morning. And, I just realized something, Bibi. You just showed us the grapes. And your dress is the color of the grapes.
Yes.
As well. Is that deliberate?
Yes, that's intentional. The last time we did a banana show, I was in yellow, so today I'm purple.
Bibi, let me ask you something. This whole thing about some people can consume fats and proteins and whatever and not gain weight, is that due to your metabolic rate? And then do you then create diets according to metabolic rate, or do you adjust your metabolic rate according to your diet? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, so the diet, as long as it fits within a certain amount of calories, the calories can be spent differently. So to me, not all calories are the same. So if I'm going to eat a diet that's very low in nutrition, but still has 1,800 calories, that diet will not be very healthy for you. And yes, you're right. So everybody's metabolism is different. I think it's got a lot to do with how our gut breaks down our food. And so our bodies are different when it comes to breaking down food and what we absorb. So some people are better at breaking down carbohydrates and absorbing it. Some people may be better at, protein or fat metabolism. And it can actually be analyzed by taking a diet history and how people generally lose weight. And if they have been successful before on a specific diet, that will really help the dietitian or myself craft out a special diet for the patient.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you've been speaking about foods that we should avoid, things like excess sugar, processed food, trans fat. What about things that we should eat in order to get healthy, glowing skin through our diet?
So there are a lot of micronutrients that are essential. Some are called trace elements because it's in even smaller quantities that we need. And all these will help the body grow new healthy cells, such as zinc. If we do not eat a well-balanced diet, a lot of people can be zinc deficient. So we need although we only need about 8 to 11 milligrams, a lot of people don't meet the zinc requirements, together with selenium. And you'll notice that zinc and selenium is also heavily promoted for good immunity. And lastly is also vitamin C. So you notice that those foods that are promoted for good immunity is also promoted for healthy skin. And if you do eat a well-balanced diet, you can get all these nutrients without having a supplement.
So what you just mentioned, right? It's good for the skin and good for the prevention of contracting COVID-19 as well.
Is it
Because
really
you heard
zinc?
zinc, vitamin
selenium.
C,
All your immunity.
selenium,
What is
vitamin
what
D.
is selenium, Bibi? Because that's something I don't think I have in my fridge.
So selenium, I think you do have it in your fridge.
Okay.
So one of the foods with the highest amount of selenium is Brazil nut. You only need to eat about 2 to 4 Brazil nuts a day in order to meet your entire selenium requirement. Because it's so high, I don't recommend children to be snacking on Brazil nuts. It's one of those nuts that you want to take, 2 to 4 only. It's not one of those that, you should be consuming unlimited amounts like a snack. And of course, it's also found in lentils as well. So if you do have lentils in your diet, it's also zinc rich and folate as well. All these are important for immunity and healthy skin.
Yeah, but I don't think kids like Brazil nuts very much, though, because it's not that kind of. It's not
Snacky nut. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
a snacky
Fun,
nut.
right?
Yeah. It's not a fun nut.
So when I have my Brazil nuts, I dunk it in Nutella.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then it's
Defeating the
delicious.
Well, that
process there.
defeats the purpose. Your processed food,
Purpose
you're
there,
high in sugar, you got your palm oil there
Uh-oh.
as well.
Okay. I don't do that anymore, though. No.
You said when you eat it.
Oh,
you mean
did
when
I?
you used to it?
No, I don't. I don't buy Brazil nuts anymore.
Oh, the Nutella's still there.
I do have Nutella at home.
Okay.
Okay, up next, Southern Sun's Wildest Love. We continue to chat with the one and only BB Chia, principal dietitian on The Big Show TV.
So, BB,
I was just kidding. I was just like,
Demo
on air.
time.
I was just
Yeah.
trying to be entertaining. That's all.
Okay.
I don't eat that stuff.
Now you can be unentertaining. All right, BB, you're going to do a demo, but you're doing a demo on jelly. I'm just trying to see the correlation between the jelly and the glowing skin.
So this recipe is designed for Sean because you don't eat fruit, right? So
Don't tell people. I'm supposed to
and
be
so
a
I'm going to
health
make this
person.
into a jelly, and so that you can continue to have polyphenols and vitamins inside your diet, but it will feel like it's a little snack. So there are also people who don't like to eat grapes because of its skin, and they will peel out the skin, and that's where all the polyphenols are.
Yeah.
So silly, these people.
Yeah, I like grapes, especially in wine.
Here we go.
Without the skin.
Next time I'm gonna check the wine they use the skin.
Okay, go ahead. BB, take it away. If
Yes.
not, we won't have time for you to finish
Yeah.
making the jelly. Go ahead.
So this is a 1 punnet of grape. It's about 500 grams. But after I remove the stem, I think it's about left with about 400 grams. I've cleaned them. Now, sometimes when we have grapes in the fridge, we notice that if we don't eat them fast enough, they become that less, crunchy, and people want to throw them out.
Yeah.
So don't throw them out. We're going to make a jelly out of them. Yeah. And you need one of these ice molds. So I use this for my whiskey, but I also use this for my jelly.
I love it. It's multi-purpose.
Multi-purpose.
I have one of
So
those,
you can
yes.
get them in different sizes. I thought this is really cute. Like it's slightly smaller than the large ice cubes. And when you put the grapes and the jelly inside here, when you pop it out, it looks like one of those Japanese grapes that are like $100 a bunch, but
Right.
Those are so
whole grapes,
delicious.
right?
They're like bubble gum.
I've never tried them. Yeah,
Oh
really.
man, they're like bubble gum.
Really?
Delicious.
I can't afford them.
Same.
after you have tried this jelly, it tastes like that bubblegum grape
Oh,
that
we can make our own.
that you
Okay,
have.
okay.
Yes, make our own.
So you're using the
so-
Thermomix once again.
Yeah, it's just a lot easier when we're doing a demonstration. I don't need multiple machines, and it boils as well, so that I can talk without having to stir.
Yeah.
So I'm just using the Thermomix today, and I can even weigh out to know how much grapes there is inside here after I've removed. So ideally we want about 500 mils, and so I also prepared some water over here to fill it up to 500 mils if the grape does not make up to that weight.
Okay.
388.
Okay.
So we need about 120 mils more.
112.
She's trying to do
112.
math
yeah.
in there.
She's doing
We know
math
who's
now.
the math teacher here.
It ain't me.
Not me as well.
Okay. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blend this like I'm making a smoothie. But later on, we will strain it out so that you still get a very smooth texture. And we don't waste the skin or the purple goodness, the polyphenols of the grapes. So grapes, polyphenols, one of the highest or most frequently studied polyphenols, and it is also associated with youthful skin.
I'm buying some grapes later.
Yeah.
Yum.
Those grapes really looked good.
So bear with me, there will be a little bit of noise
That's all right.
from the blending.
You're buying grapes to make jelly. Angel. Well, yeah, there you can buy grape jelly as well.
Not the same thing. That's
Japanese
processed food.
grape jelly.
That's
That's
processed.
processed.
That's processed. So because you're using the
Oh,
Thermomix,
look at
I can
that.
also use a regular blender and do this, right?
Yes, so you
Okay.
can use a regular
Okay.
blender
Okay.
together with
Water.
just a pot, and some water and boil it out.
Okay.
I'd like to show everybody this.
After using this, the blender is like a
Arcade
like a
machine.
retarded cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Are we on?
So
we on
mean.
air?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
It's lovely.
Okay.
It looks a little bit like wine now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, my
Yeah.
favorite. Come.
Oh.
Sean can relate now.
Yes. Now I understand what you're doing.
Sean,
So
becoming a bit of an
grapes.
alcoholic, you are.
I
A little
am,
bit, yeah.
Grapes,
Yeah.
water.
Grapes and water so far, yes.
And then, so that's really easy. And then the gelling agent I'm using
Agar-agar.
is Kanten.
Content, what's
yes.
that? It's agar-agar.
It's agar-agar.
Agar-agar
Okay.
is Kanten. Yeah.
Okay.
And so you'll be surprised how it looks like before it became powder, because this is a natural product. You boil seaweed and then put them into blocks, strain them, put them into blocks, and then dry them in the sun. It looks a bit like
Tanghun.
shredded. Yeah, it looks like that.
Right, it looks a little bit like tanghun, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like glass
and so
noodles.
this bag is about 25 grams. You will need about 3 to 4 grams for this recipe. I can weigh it out, but I'm just going to
What did you call it?
agar-agar.
What is the name of this? You said again? Hang
K10.
Hang ten.
Hang
This is
Kanten.
called Kanten.
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 And
Kanten.
And in
That's
Chinese, it's called
every-
Hantian.
Yeah.
Oh, content.
Every good radio show has a lot of content.
Where are you from? Texas?
Content is king.
Yeah, content creator. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just going to let it boil. It will
okay.
take a couple of minutes. And it is that simple. After boiling, I'm just going to strain it into a pitcher, and then with a funnel, I will just fill these jelly
Oh,
containers.
is that how you fill it? I've been trying to fill
Yeah.
my ice cube things and all the water keeps coming out.
That actually makes sense.
Angel!
That's a big picture. If a picture paints 1,000 words.
Oh, we are on a roll this morning.
She's never going to get through her jelly.
We're waiting for it to boil as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're waiting for it to boil.
We're killing time with content.
So this is exactly the same method that my mom used to.
Over the stove.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, same thing.
while making
Yeah.
like cocoa jelly or
Yes,
whatever.
yeah.
So you've got to leave it out for a while, let it cool, and then put it in the fridge, right?
Yes, so I do have a blast chiller that will quickly take the temperature down before I pop it in the fridge. You should never put hot food in immediately
fridge.
into the
Yeah.
fridge, but it just takes so long, waiting for it to cool down, and guests are waiting. So a blast chiller is very useful.
I like how BB has the weekday and the weekend uses for her things. So her whiskey ice tray has become a jelly maker, and her blast chiller is chilling her jelly, not her alcohol.
Not alcohol.
But why is it? If
20
you put
seconds.
something really hot in the fridge, it'll spoil the fridge. But something as hot as that in the blast chiller doesn't spoil the blast chiller, right? Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because the blast chiller,
Sorry, we go back on air first.
Okay, hold on. We'll go back on it. Wilson Phillips with Hold On. Right here on The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest is our principal dietitian, Bibi Chia, who is whipping up a very delicious grape jelly this morning that is supposedly good for the skin. Okay, that is good for the skin, not
Yeah,
supposedly.
that's
That is absolutely
it is
good
good
for
for
the
the
skin.
Yes, she
because,
included all the skin of the grapes and everything else.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
everything's in
processed.
there.
because
Yeah.
our dietitian says so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because also, we want to eat dessert, but we don't want to have that excessive sugar from added sugar. So this is a really good alternative. And also people who don't eat fruits, or you want to encourage children to start eating fruit, this might be something that you can prepare at home. So I'm blending the grapes together with the skin to, get all the polyphenols that's in the skin, all that purple goodness, adding a gelling agent called Content or agar agar, and that will help to solidify. But also agar agar has its own health benefits. It has a special polysaccharide that will help you maintain your fullness. So some people who are going on a diet notice that eating Content can help them feel full. They can eat less calories through the day.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because it does fill you up.
That's interesting.
You know, like in the States, it's very popular for someone to have like jelly.
A jelly diet?
No, not a jelly diet, but at the end of the meal, right? Have
They
a
do
little
jelly.
jelly,
Yes, they do jelly. Yeah, okay.
right? Or Jello.
Okay.
Oh, we had some
Okay, it's
music
ready.
going there.
Oh.
So Bibi is using her Thermomix to heat up the solution, right?
To boil it.
Did you
boil
put the Content, aka agar agar, into the Thermomix as well?
Yes, so I boiled it in there, and it does take up to 85 degrees to melt or to dissolve agar agar. So its gelling properties are a little bit different from gelatin, and frankly, I much prefer using agar because it's from seaweed versus using gelatin. Also because of its health benefit. Those of you who don't know how agar is actually made, it's very interesting. You can go online and just watch videos of how it's made. It's a very natural process in terms of its extraction.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, but can't we also get agar agar in powder form in the
You can.
supermarket?
Yes, you
Yeah.
can. Yeah. Yeah.
You can.
As opposed to gelatin, because gelatin is from animals.
Oh yeah.
It's from pigs, if I'm not wrong.
Agar agar is,
Agar is from
plant.
seaweed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm a bit confused.
Yeah. Okay, we'll explain it later. Okay, Bibi.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Bibi, thank you very, very much for joining us. We'll continue to talk to you on the Big Show TV and see what the final outcome looks like.
Yeah.
All right. But in the meantime, here's headline news and sports coming up next on the Big Show and on 1FM 91.3. Oh, a bit Gabra there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize so fast. It's
Yeah, I know.
it's 8:57 already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, home viewers.
Yeah.
I'm just going to heat it up a little bit more. I think it takes about 5 minutes. I've already put it in for 3 minutes. And we just need the content to dissolve, and that's it. Doesn't require long boiling because I don't want to also overcook the grapes. And it's that simple. After we strain it out, we will use a funnel to put it into the mold.
So you're using content because it's more natural, like you mentioned just now. This is seaweed, right?
This is seaweed.
Seaweed.
Yeah.
And then you're mentioning something about
Gelatin.
Gelatin.
Gelatin is from pigs.
From
Yeah.
pigs.
So gelatin is in the powder, is it?
No,
You're saying?
agar can also be found in powder form, but she's using it in its natural form.
Okay. So is there gelatin in this?
This is
No.
not gelatin. Gelatin is also used for jelly.
Ah.
Yeah.
But
Jelly,
that's
yeah.
So
not.
there's
That's for
two
pigs.
different. There's your agar agar and there's your gelatin.
Yeah.
Right.
Two
So
different
just
ways.
think of gelatin as being animal, agar agar as being plant.
Ooh.
Yeah, and this is agar agar in its first form, and then they sometimes powder it so it becomes a powder form.
Yeah.
But the powder form, is that processed, BB, or is it all natural?
It is all natural.
Okay.
Okay.
Then again, in order for it to be kept dry, sometimes additives are used
Right.
to keep it in its powder form. So I often prefer to buy things where I can see exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And that includes certain, spices. I prefer to buy whole. Then again, for convenience, the powder is equally good.
Okay.
And where can you get content from? Any supermarket?
I get this from you can get it from any supermarket, mainly the powdered stuff. But this one specifically, I found in a Japanese supermarket, and it's under the dessert section. And it's really interesting because you could use the exact same recipe, but use tomatoes instead, and then you get tomato jelly.
Tomato jelly.
What are you
Jelly.
using
Oh,
tomato
damn, how cool
jelly
is
for,
that?
For
though?
your Bloody Mary.
And you put it in a mold like that, and you get like big round tomatoes, and it's made of a jelly.
But what would you use it for, though?
You just munch on it.
Munch on, oh.
Yeah, just
You just munch on tomato. If you're like me and you love tomatoes, you just munch on tomatoes. Tomato
Wouldn't it
jelly.
just be easier to munch on the tomato?
It's a fun way. It's just something
Jelly
different.
nicer than
Jelly
juice,
is
right?
nicer than tomatoes. Okay.
And you don't get all the dribble,
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
tomato and everything. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
It's ready. It's ready.
All right.
It's ready to
bright
be poured
purple.
out. That was quite fast.
Yeah, it's
Because of the Thermomix. Otherwise, you'd be standing
Thermomix
over a
is
stove
brilliant.
and like stirring it.
Straight
So
in.
all
Oh,
this you
look
can
at
do over the stove as
that.
well, right, Bibi?
Yes, you can do it over the stove.
Nice color.
And you can just use any blender as well. Sorry, my strainer is a bit small for this
Yeah, I was about to
process.
say, it's so small, it's gonna, overflow because the sediments are gonna be.
That's okay.
I should have gotten a much larger
Strainer.
Yep.
Slowly, it's okay.
And the pulp itself is actually not a lot because after you have blitzed it, a lot of the flesh is actually part of the juice. I'm just going to
But
do
why
a
do you have
little
to
bit
strain
just
it
to
though? Why
showcase.
can't you pour everything in? Then you have all the goodness in there.
But it's
Right.
but it's all
Texture's a
your
bit-
sediments. Yeah, you get all that
get
rough.
all-
The skin and everything is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's-
that's the way I like my jelly. Rough. We call it the macho
Oh
jelly.
my goodness! It's not all this refined stuff,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Put some holes in your teeth.
There's not a lot of that pulp left. A lot of goodness is already inside the juice.
It's a great
Yeah.
color as well. It's
It's an
so
awesome
beautiful.
color.
Oh, so we thought that was going to be a lot of pulp, but that's not much
that
pulp
much
there.
pulp.
No, there's
so I
not.
call that pulp fiction then.
Rolling today, man. We're rolling today.
That wasn't good?
That's all right. That's okay.
I like it supremely. I like
It's
that.
okay.
Thank you, Sean.
Sean likes everything you say.
No, no.
So then you
Yes.
just pour it
I'll
into
pay
the
now you
mold.
later, bro.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay,
And it
funnel
will
it.
take some time to set. But a lot of times, if it's a smaller mold like that, it's about 20 minutes. You can see it start to form. And for better results, I think it's better to just put it in for a couple of hours if you're preparing this as a snack for
Yeah.
your guest or for lunchbox. So one of the benefits of using content is that even if you bring the temperature back down to room temperature, it does not disintegrate like jelly. So it holds its shape. Even though it is warm, so you can put this into little lunch boxes as well.
Then how long
So
will they
this-
keep? How long can you make them ahead of time?
5 to 7 days, depending on how it's chilled. I've used it, but they start to seep a bit of, they lose a bit of moisture after some time.
Yeah.
So do use a airtight container, and then they should keep quite nicely for 5 up to 7 days.
Nice.
And yeah, so we won't have time to see the end results, but I have done this before, and the video is on YouTube as well as Facebook. So I'll reshare that as well as take some photos after this is done and tag all of you.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thanks so much, BB.
Super duper.
Thank you.
Looking forward to next week. Have a great week ahead.
Same to you. See
Take
you
care.
next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, BB. BB Chow. Always so sweet.
That was so cool.
I love how she's always color coordinated with her fruit.
Yeah, right.
Effort, okay, that's a lot of effort.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Great setup.
Very
But
nice.
Sean, I just want to pay some attention to your T-shirt. Are those the Care Bears that grew up?
Yeah, it's a big Care Bears.
What?
You know the Care Bear, the baby Care Bears? He's got the
Care Bears.
grown-up
Oh,
version.
rainbow.
It's like-
Yeah, because we always grew up with
I was
our
looking at
childhood,
it.
right?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like
All
the
the Care Bears
adult version. I like the baby
All the
version.
Care Bears were so innocent.
Yeah.
This is the end of the
Oh
innocence.
no!
And the start of life.
I don't like the adult Care Bears. Okay.
Rawr.
All right, tomorrow what do we have? Dr. Jerry and Julian Ko from SG Carmart. And we've got Julian Ko.
He's back.
How do
back.
you damage your car?
How do you...
With
How do you damage-
potholes.
Oh,
yeah.
Potholes. So we're talking potholes
Yeah.
There are
tomorrow.
more and more potholes appearing here in Singapore, you know.
Are there really?
Yeah.
Ooh, so we'll talk about that tomorrow.
All right. Okay.
Share the video.
Bye.